Hello, my patrons. Thank you for tuning in. It's good to see you here. Let me first play a tune that we're going to work on today. This was a beginning of Mazas Etude number 14. Mazas has he wrote three volumes of etude pieces. But there's another etude piece which he goes under 40 selected study pieces or 40 selected etude under opus 36. And that's from this book, number 14. So it's under a little middle title called Flexibility of the Wrist. So with this one, I'd like to show you how one can do fast string crossings. Um, Fast passages are always difficult for us to work on and often involves hyperactive some part of joint, isn't it? And that's one of those. So here, as you saw it, I'm using mostly an upper half bow. It's not impossible to use a lower half bow, but simply it's too heavy to move fast. So it would be better to use lighter part of the bow near the middle, not too much at the tip, because then the changes of the string or the height of the right elbow will be a bit too great. Still stay somewhat near the tip, but about, I would say, 1/4 or 1/3 from the tip. Now, here the important part is we're moving a flexible wrist, yes, but in order to have a flexible wrist, we have to raise elbow a little higher, allowing for the wrist to have a room to be flexible. So that's the part that we sometimes miss. We try to lower arm and then try to do it here, even though that's not impossible, but you also see your wrist gets very tired very quickly because there's absolutely no support of the arm. You're using only the wrist, and this can actually cause a injury too. Make sure you raise elbow a little higher, giving a little room for the wrist to work, being flexible, lowering and raising it. So basically, when you go upward, the wrist comes up. When you come down, wrist comes down. Then this time you raise a bit and go downwards on the D string. You will soon realize there's a slight movement of forearm too, because we are changing the string from the A to D string and goes that one. So when the bow goes up, the wrist comes up and the forearm comes up too. And then when the bow goes down, the wrist comes down, the forearm goes down too. And that's the motion that we have to learn. It's not the forearm is absolutely still, it goes same direction as the wrist. As I mentioned, it's very important to have an elbow high enough, but careful not to raise your shoulder or being active with your forearm. Forearm is not moving along because that will be too much for the fast movement. You do need forearm support when you're doing slow bow speed, but here, uh, I'm sorry, the upper arm should not be active, but only forearm. Upper arm will be involved when it's slower tempo. Here, raise elbow enough, upper arm relaxed, immobile, but forearm moving with the same direction of the wrist. Upper wrist up, forearm get raised too, down bow wrist down, and forearm gets down a bit too. Up on A, down on D. Once you're comfortable, then see if you can apply the left hand too. This is a very powerful technique because it will show you many parts how to play fast. If it's too difficult, first play open string and practice only one measure. Again. If you feel comfortable, then speed up a bit. Give yourself a little break. Then you move on to the next measure. Yeah. I hope you can try it yourself. Thank you for watching. I wish you all happy practicing. See you in next video. Bye bye.